Leveraging ISF Waivers, Streamlining Customs Compliance. Welcome to our video on ISF Waivers. In certain circumstances, importers may be eligible for waivers from specific Importer Security Filing (ISF) requirements. In this video, we will explore the concept of ISF waivers, the conditions for eligibility, and how they can impact the customs clearance process. Let's get started. Understanding ISF waivers. ISF waivers provide importers with exemptions from specific ISF requirements under certain circumstances. These waivers are granted by U.S. Customs and Border Protection (CBP) and can simplify the import process in certain situations. It is important to understand the eligibility criteria and implications of ISF waivers. Conditions for ISF waiver. Eligibility for ISF waivers depends on several factors and specific conditions. CBP may grant waivers based on the nature of the goods, the shipment type, or compliance considerations. Some common scenarios where ISF waivers may be granted include government shipments, certain low-value shipments, and specific trade programs or agreements. Government shipments. ISF waivers are often granted for government shipments. This includes shipments by federal, state, or local government entities for official purposes. Government shipments may be exempt from certain ISF requirements, such as the 10+2 rule, to facilitate the import process. Low-value shipments. Certain may qualify for ISF waivers. By offering waivers for low-value shipments, CBP aims to facilitate trade and reduce the regulatory burden on importers. The specific value threshold for a low-value waiver may vary, and importers should consult with customs authorities or their customs broker to determine eligibility. Trade programs or agreements. ISF waivers can also be granted to importers who participate in specific trade programs or agreements. These programs or agreements, such as the Automated Commercial Environment (ACE) or the Customs Trade Partnership Against Terrorism (CTPAT), may offer expedited clearance or reduced reporting requirements, resulting in waivers for certain ISF obligations. Temporary or limited waivers. In some cases, CBP may grant temporary or limited waivers from ISF requirements. These waivers may be issued for specific periods or circumstances, such as emergency relief efforts, natural disasters, or other exceptional circumstances. Importers should consult with customs authorities to determine the availability and duration of temporary or limited waivers. Application process for ISF waivers. The process for obtaining an ISF waiver can vary depending on the circumstances and the specific waiver sought. Importers must formally request a waiver by submitting an application or providing the necessary documentation to demonstrate eligibility. The application process may require detailed information about the goods, shipping details, and the specific waiver being sought. Clear communication with customs authorities is vital when seeking an ISF waiver. Importers should engage with customs authorities, discuss the specific circumstances, and provide any required information or supporting documentation. Maintaining transparency and active communication will help facilitate the waiver request process. Implications of ISF waivers. Can have implications for the customs clearance process. While waivers may exempt importers from certain ISF requirements, it is important to note that compliance with the remaining obligations still applies. Importers should understand the implications of the waiver and ensure compliance with all other applicable customs regulations. Record-keeping and documentation. Even when granted an ISF waiver, importers should maintain accurate records and documentation related to the waiver. This includes records of the waiver application, any supporting documentation provided, and any correspondence with customs authorities. Proper record-keeping demonstrates compliance and provides a reference for future requirements. Compliance monitoring and reporting. Importers should continue to monitor compliance even when waivers are granted. Compliance monitoring ensures adherence to the remaining ISF requirements and ongoing compliance with other customs regulations. Importers should promptly report any changes or updates to customs authorities as required, maintaining transparency and compliance. Collaborating with customs brokers can be valuable when navigating ISF waivers. Customs brokers have expertise in customs regulations, waiver processes, and compliance requirements. Their guidance and assistance can help importers ensure eligibility, properly request waivers, and maintain overall compliance in the import process. Periodic review of waiver eligibility. The eligibility for ISF waivers may change over time, based on regulatory updates or evolving circumstances. Importers should periodically review their eligibility for ISF waivers, considering any modifications to the goods, trade programs, or applicable customs regulations. Staying informed ensures compliance and maximizes opportunities for waivers. Continuous improvement in education. Continuously improving knowledge and education on ISF waivers is important for importers. Staying updated on customs regulations, trade programs, and waiver requirements enhances compliance efforts. Regular education and training sessions ensure importers have the necessary knowledge to navigate the ISF waiver landscape. Conclusion: ISF waivers provide relief from specific ISF requirements under certain circumstances. Importers must understand the eligibility criteria, communicate with customs authorities, and maintain compliance with all other applicable customs regulations. Working closely with customs brokers and staying informed ensures accurate and timely waiver requests, facilitating the smooth import process. Thank you for watching. We hope this video provided valuable insights into ISF waivers. Stay tuned for more content on customs brokerage and international trade. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel.